You haven't been naughty, have you?
What is this?
And boom, sexual innuendo.
Forced.
Nice guys often disregard or misinterpret the context of interactions using inappropriate comments like these to try to speed things up. It's basically an attempt to fast-track intimacy, but without actually building a genuine connection. Again, he wants the chance, but not the responsibilities.
I'm totally messing with you. I'm totally messing with you. The name's
Okay.
Titan. Titan.
I'll speed this up.
Heroic guardian of pure awesome. What's your name? Just kidding. I know everything about you.
Oh, okay.
Are you able to speed up TikTok on
Brought some flowers. Didn't know what you liked, so I just
on a computer?
all of them.
I know everything about you, but I don't know which flowers you like. This is another genius moment meant to show that what nice
So
guys
TikTok.
think as knowing someone is actually obsessing about them. He might have a superficial understanding of Roxanne, yes, but as we already seen, he has no idea of her feelings, values, personality. Also, the fact that he presents her with an entire cart of flowers says a lot to me. Nice guys often lack initiative.
I usually just scare criminals. You haven't been naughty.
Let me say tap and
And
hold.
boom!
I usually just scare criminals.
No, that didn't work.
You haven't been naughty, have you?
What do you want?
Thought maybe we could go for a little flight around town.
Hold on, which? Oh, why did she take me straight to her likes? Hold on. So many interesting videos you got, bro. Watch this.
Wrap that up.
She said, "Yo, listen. What's you know? It's funny. You know how niggas be like, yo, it's so funny. I seen P shit in her video as a psychologist, as a woman psychologist. Chat. It was a point she made that directly aligned with if you were to see a fucking pimp break some shit down and be like, yeah, I don't sweat the hoe. I let the hoe. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't bruise. I let her choose. You feel me? Like that obviously wasn't smooth at all. But you let women choose, right? And the whole defensive and ownership mentality, a lot of suckers tend to have over women. Like, for example, a lot of people agree when Andrew Tate said, I don't take a Lamborghini and leave it in the hood even though it's protected and safe. A lot of people took that and ran with it,
I
right?
was just about to make my frontal assault to rescue you, but like
Hold on.
50 ninjas
Watch
tried to
this.
attack me, so I had
It's funny, she mentioned something on that, not on the Andrew Tate topic, but it was like the ideas collided. I'm trying to see if this is the video.
And I did, and they were all like crying.
This is an example of pathological lying. He creates a scenario where he's the hero. Which
Wait,
this
wait.
was sarcasm
Oh, wait, never mind,
contemplated,
never mind.
and this is where we can see grandiosity, which is a characteristic often associated with narcissism. The main problem is that he's so focused on protecting his ego that he's unable to realize how this is distorting reality. This is what keeps him isolated and alone, but he's unable to see it.
Wow, a brave one, isn't it?
This response is a classic example of psychological distancing, which is what allows an individual to separate themselves from another person's actions and beliefs in a subtle way, and is meant to be like the growl of an animal. It's a warning. Nobody believes you here. He not only uses sarcasm to undermine Hall's story by not calling him directly a liar, but with this interaction, he also aligns himself with Roxanne, who is likely skeptical of Hall's story.
You know what? She did two versions of this. Hold on. She did one where she like broke them down to like tropes, and she was like, the parallel between the bad boy, the good guy. Hold on. Let me let her cook. I gotta find the right one though, chat.
Okay, she's giving him.
I'm skipping all around, but I know exactly which one I look
I
for.
really could use your help.
Hold on. Let me cook.
Very interesting. The scene is
No.
Create a hero? Wait, what?
What?
Why would you?
Create a hero. Part 9. It has to be like part 8 or part 7. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's deeper into that one. No, just
Create
one.
a hero?
No, it's part 7. I'm looking for part 8, bro. That's the one. 16,
I really
17.
could
Yeah.
use your help in deciphering.
he'd like to receive from society. What she's attracted to is his personality. This Bernard.
Oh, you were very strong in there.
I know.
I've never seen anyone.
I think this is the one.
Stand up to him like that.
Okay,
My fault, I'ma
this
just
is
let-
the
I'ma
first
just let it
moment
go.
Fran sees Megamind's true personality, and I'm woo! What the?
Bernard, he's my partner.
And also expected no thanks for it. I mean, this is fiction to create.
Attacked me, so I had to
Oh, what happened?
Oh, yeah.
maybe pull out my nose. I was just about to make my frontal assault to rescue you, but like 50 ninjas tried to.
So the difference in this one I just put on is the framing is different. For the first one, I think she was just breaking it down on some other shit. But this one is like she broke down 3 tropes, chat. Like the bad boy, right, who had a bad upbringing, and finds himself the good guy who had a good upbringing or deals with pressure to maintain an image or fulfill a role, and it was also predetermined. And then you got the not the good guy. I think the good guy was the one she associated with, like guys who the nice guy was the third one. Yeah, it was the good guy, it was the bad boy, the good guy, and then the nice guy, right? Guys who think, oh, I'm a nice guy. Women don't like nice guys. Nice guys finish last. And like the mentality behind dudes who take on like what is actually based in and why they think the way they do and how they think. It was so interesting, bro. And this is one of the parts I remember.
They were all like crying and stuff.
Wow, a brave one, isn't he?
Here we can see why girls usually go for the bad boy instead of the nice guy. The nice guy uses fiction to create a personality he wishes he had. He spends a lot of time describing something that isn't real, and it's obvious it isn't real to anyone but him. The bad boy doesn't tell you their personality. They show you through actions, kind of like Megamind as Bernard. He didn't have to tell Roxanne, I was just about to rescue you. He just did, and also expected no thanks for it. I mean, the man sacrificed his own brain bots for God's sakes.
Who are
Take
you?
an example.
Oh, this,
Let her cook. Let her
this is
cook,
Bernard.
Chad.
He's my partner.
Partner?
Yes, partner.
Look,
Yes, partner.
I'm her partner. She doesn't know what she's saying. She's been through a
Dude.
traumatic
I
experience.
gotta take him
Excuse me?
home.
Notice how the mediocre nice guy immediately feels threatened because his self-worth is tied to whether he'll be romantically accepted by Roxanne or not. And the more
His self-worth is tied to whether he'll be romantically accepted by her or not. Let that bomb hit y'all and then let her keep cooking.
he's rejected, the more his frustration grows, which makes him incredibly dangerous for society. What really makes him fall in the nice, mediocre guy archetype is that he thinks that by controlling Roxanne's environment and who's in it, he can secure her choice. This proves he has a need for control and doesn't acknowledge Roxanne's autonomy whatsoever. And that's why the bad boy usually doesn't feel threatened to compete for someone's attention. He understands the choice belongs to Roxanne, so it is useless to have this dick measuring contest with Hal. He doesn't even respond to him, he simply focuses on her. Very attractive.
Thanks.
Gang, that's just like when pimps say, man, let her choose. Let her choose. Only a sucker ass nigga with no confidence and insecurity and low self-esteem is going to try to say, girls trip. Why would my girl go on a girls trip? Or even that metaphor. This made me think of that metaphor, chat. I'm not, even though a Lamborghini has strong security, I'm not leaving my Lamborghini in the hood. Well, nigga, a woman is not a Lamborghini. She's a human. She'll go where she wants, be where she wants, and be around people in situations that you cannot control. You have to realize there always requires some level in trust in her autonomy, meaning her ability to decide for herself and think for herself. And that's where P's would be like, yeah, man, let her choose. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to choose. At the end of the day, the way I understand it, people are always going to do what they want to do. So just pay attention to what they do and act accordingly. Don't force an option, because that's a ticking time bomb. You're going to lose your bitch someday.
Thanks again, Bernard.
Now, chat, if y'all want to see more of this, I'll be down to watch more. Because this was just one of the highlight moments where I was like, damn, she cooked. I'm telling you, so many people do this when they say, oh, let me check her phone. What's her password to this? And all of that. And it's so funny. We talk all this dating advice and game shit, but it really all comes from psychology. It all comes from your psychology. If your psychology was in the right place, whereas though your self-esteem and your inner work was done properly, you would naturally make better decisions. You would naturally realize why certain shit you just don't do. It wouldn't even, and mind you could be in any place. You could be in the nice guy mentality. You could be of the place of low levels of self-esteem and insecurity. And that's fine. You could change that, right? You could change that. I just find it so interesting how these are natural phenomena in psychology. Because a lot of times people make it seem like dating advice and all this shit is like, this game is for this, game is for that. It's like, brother, you don't even understand. You don't even understand. I could finish that scene, but I think if I'm correct, there wasn't much more to that one. So hold on. She went viral for one of these, and it was focusing on a nice guy and how nice guys have a very transactional approach to women. I do this, you give me this. And then when she mentioned earlier, notice this. When she said he used a sexual innuendo, right? Now, sexual innuendos aren't bad, right? He forced it, right? And the point she made was, I'm gonna let her talk.
I usually just hear criminals. You haven't been naughty, have you?
Watch this.
And boom, sexual innuendo. Nice guys often disregard or misinterpret the context of interactions using inappropriate comments like these to try to speed things up. It's basically an attempt to fast track intimacy, but without actually building a genuine connection. Again,
What's the opposite of fast tracked intimacy? Forcing it, right? And obviously, think about this, when you force it, you fast track it, you're more likely to deal with making the woman uncomfortable. Marinating. There you go, chat. Marinating. There you go. A+ for all the students who said marinating. Yes, chat. You know how good I felt in this moment when I was seeing this breakdown? Because this is a woman, be a psychology therapist or something like that, a psychologist, and I'm like, sounds awfully familiar, bro. They said dojo growing, nigga. She don't know who I am, bro. This was just her just breaking this shit down. But I was like, no, the dojo, nigga, marinate. You can marinate steak, bro. Like you marinate food. I just thought of the word marinate because it's just the perfect idea. It just captured it perfectly. But listen, you get out of that mentality. I'm just let her cook, bro.
again, he wants the chance, but not the responsibilities.
I'm totally messing with you. The name's
Okay.
Titan. Titan? Your very own heroic guardian of pure awesome? What's your name? Just kidding. I know everything about you.
Oh, okay.
Now, mind you, the problem with this is motherfuckers will not have in real life experience, and then they'll see YouTubers and clips of women going fast. I mean, just going fast. They'll see a video, it'll be Duke, and then the girl just jump on his dick, and then next thing you know, the next thought of that person is sex. I mean, think about it. Y'all see people in clips and content creation. The ultimate end of that is, did they fuck? Right? No concern or care of the actual connection between the two people, the actual authentic relationship that they may or may not have, right? This nigga even get powers. He shot the gun. He tried to create a hero, so he made like a super serum. And he accidentally shot the gun through a pipe, and it went in that guy's nose, and it gave him powers. I think in the atmosphere where porn is just so dominant, and then sometimes you don't even have to pay a dollar amount to see a woman's body and see a side of her, which was once I would say earned. And mind you, a lot of men I know like, I'm not even gonna say earn. I don't know if earn is the word. I think that the passion of sex and the intimacy is driven when you work for it. And it's not like you're working for sex. I'm describing it wrong. But you get to know her, you flirt, you marinate. And this could be in a day. You could do all this and it'd be a one night stand. But it's a dance, a hunt. There's a game of it. There's a dance, y'all dance before y'all get into it. You know what I'm saying? Or the hunt, or whatever you want to call it. It makes the sex more full of life. Have more passion, be more intimate, more fun. I'm speaking for myself personally because I know some of y'all might be, man, just pull your pants down, bend over, and just get it over. You feel me? I'm not that guy. I talk women through it. I'm very intimate. I'm very passionate. I hate boring sex. I hate dry sex, personally. So I do enjoy when the woman is turned on. I can tell the difference. I do enjoy building up her horniness and making her feel like she can't take it no more. And I love all that shit. You feel me? So when you fast track intimacy, as mentioned in this beginning of this clip, and you try to force it, you speed things up. You have this unrealistic narrative that if she's attracted to me or she wants this, I must be able to fuck. You take the life and the passion out of the relationship. You take the life and the passion out of sex. And it has nothing to do with a timeline. Oh, it took me a week to fuck. It took me a month. It took me a year. It took me one day or the same night, right? It has nothing to do with any of that. It has a lot to do with your mentality and how you approach and look at the woman. And she'll mention it later in this video about how a lot of nice guys or manipulative men or men like that have a transactional mentality when it comes to intimacy and sex and woman. Transactional. This equals that. Got you these flowers. You must fuck with me, right? I took you on these dates. Is that enough?
So I just grabbed, all of them.
I know everything about you, but I don't know which flowers you like. This is another genius moment meant to show that what nice guys think as knowing someone is actually obsessing about them. He might have a superficial understanding of Roxanne, yes, but as we already seen, he has no idea of her feelings, values, personality. Also, the fact that he presents her with an entire card of flowers says a lot to me. Nice guys often lack initiative or avoid making decisions altogether because they're unwilling to take risks. And I find this gesture a nod to that.
Okay, you don't like flowers? Okay, forget the flowers.
What do you want?
Thought maybe we could go for a little flight around town. Get to know each other first.
Whoa. Oh Christ. Remember when I said he blames external factors for his failures? Well, now he's solely relying on external factors to achieve success. See a pattern? So Hal simply assumes that his new look...
Now I can go to that old video because she has another video where she was pointing out how the movie tried to demonstrate that people would... I don't know if it was people with lower self-esteem, but the movie was trying to show the difference in mentality between people who believe in fate, as in things are predetermined, right? Oh, this person is gifted. They are lucky. They are privileged, or whatever the case may be. And then people who have a sense of self, right? A sense of determinism. A sense of I am in control of my decisions, my fate, and my life, and I take control of it, and I take responsibility for it. People who tend to believe in the predetermined side will tend to blame external factors. If only I had enough money, if only I was tall enough, if only I was this, and they tend to focus all on the external factors. Well, then they also tend to blame their lack of success or other success because of those internal factors, and then they live and die and stand on those hills, right? Oh, she must want money. She loves money. I'm going to use my money. This is all that. And they think that a lot of those external answers are the answer to everything. Not even just women, but in often terms, their life. Oh, if only I had a chance. I need an opportunity. Dang, this needs to happen for me. It's always external. Always.
Looks and powers are all he ever needed to win Roxanne over, so why wait for consent? We go back to how nice guys believe the only thing stopping them from being considered as a viable partner is that they're not conventionally attractive or rich. So now that he is...
Looks, Maxine, black pill. They tend... I'm telling you.
So why wait for...
And I wondered why I came to the internet. I don't care about debating any of them niggas. I don't care about even talking to them.
External factors for his failures.
It's such a black hole conversation. It's like as soon as you pull into it, there's no way out.
He's solely relying on external factors to achieve success. See a pattern? So Hal simply assumes that his new looks and powers are all he ever needed to win Roxanne over, so why wait for consent? We go back to how nice guys believe the only thing stopping them from being considered as a viable partner is that they're not conventionally attractive or rich. So now that he is, he feels confident to drop his nice guy persona act and be himself, tragically.
This must be very thrilling for you.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, am I moving too fast? You're probably right. I should just rescue you
Yeah, I did.
before we get all
Don't.
romantic.
Oh my goodness. Another nice guy.
Funny thing is, a black...
Rescue you
Yeah, I did.
before we get all
Don't.
romantic.
Oh my goodness. Another nice guy.
Funny thing is, a black pill guy literally paid me to debate me one time. This guy booked a Patreon call to debate me on that shit. 2 of them. And he came from when I went on Sneeko's stream. And it was me, Sneeko, and Young Don. If y'all remember that stream, that was a while ago. Young Don the Sauce guy, right? And he literally told me this. He's like, yeah, I didn't really come on here for anything. I just wanted to talk to you about that conversation because it didn't really get far on stream. Because I think we ended up changing subjects or something. So, mind you, he paid for the tier, the most expensive tier I have, where you book 2 calls, right? Gang, we had a 30-minute session the first time, right? I was like, you know what? Usually I tell a nigga like that, like, bro, I'm not, like, it's like somebody try to buy a Patreon call to interview me. I'm not doing that. Like, we got to actually come in with a purpose. So with that, I was like, you know what? Today I got time, cuz. So me and him debate. I kill him on all his points. Not even by arguing, but by asking him questions and then picking his brain and then making points by the end of his conclusions. I'll be his argument from the inside out. I didn't even argue with him. I just asked him questions and then like tried to draw conclusions from what he said. Right? So then fast forward. He literally, by the end of the call, he's like, oh, you know what? You're right. We literally ended the call. He was like, you know what, Ty? I never thought about it like that. You're right. You know what? That's facts. He books a call the next day, chat, and comes back and said, you know what, Ty? I changed my mind. Now I think about it. I'm like, no way you just regressed in real time. And I was like, no, these niggas are a lost cause. They're literally a lost cause. Black pill is basically the trope or tribe of people that use everything through the lens of statistics. Not realizing, if you've ever actually taken a statistics course, context matters, right? It's like doing an experiment in a vacuum. You can't just do an experiment and say, I have these results. Like, the integrity of the experiment matters. The integrity in the context of the results of facts matter, right? Chad, if I go somewhere, if I go in 2 different rooms, I could say 1 in 10 people, and this is a horrible example because you could use the entire population, but just follow me here. 1 in 10 people, I interviewed 20 people. 10 are in one room, 10 are in the other room. And I can say 1 in 10 people are worth $1 million. One room is full of millionaires. That fact won't apply to that next room. Then you can be more specific, say 1 in 10 people in this area, in this age group. Like, context matters. You feel me? Like, it just, but again, never mind. They just want clickbait facts and titles and then generalize them through every situation. Like, yeah, you have to be this in order to get women across the line.
Is that performing certain actions?
Those are the guys who look at a guy and say, he's ugly. I don't understand how he gets women. And then they go right back to their own facts, which is another external factor. They'll always lean on external factors. That's the bottom line. So they'll go, this guy's ugly. Well, he must have a lot of money. Right? He must be tall. They can never see a situation where a guy could be mediocre in looks or unattractive to most people, average height or below average height, and honestly not a lot of money and get an attractive woman. If all the external factors do not check, they would never understand how that guy could end up with a woman or creating a relationship with one. And their understanding stops there.
Will automatically lead to romantic bonds, revealing how transactional he sees the act. And also explains why nice guys are so frustrated all the time. They keep performing these actions and
I just explained black pill. I just explained black pill.
rewards are coming, which will also feed their sense of entitlement. But what is truly dangerous is that these types of people will focus more on their goals rather than keeping you safe. Nice guy belief is that performing certain actions will automatically lead to romantic bonds, revealing how transactional he sees the act. And also explains why nice guys are so frustrated all the time. They keep performing these actions and no rewards are coming, which will also feed their sense of entitlement.
Gang. In my position, I can't even tell y'all how many men I've seen with this type of mentality. Entitlement. Extreme entitlement. And not only that, my God, I love the way she worded this first
part. Why nice guys are so frustrated all the time.
They have, y'all know the men that they're explaining something, and there's a huge frustration that they seem to have when it comes to speaking about women. It's like, gang, do you even like women? Like, chat, beyond all this shit, nigga, I love women, gang. I love women, bro. Like, title to the left, viewership, followers, and all this. I love women, gang. Like, I love women. Now, do I need to go into either extreme? No, I'm just saying I love women, bro. I love feminine energy. It's that simple. You're never gonna hear me talk about a woman in a way where I'm like, yo, y'all know that y'all what I'm talking about. They just have that frustration deeply in their messages. The niggas that trick and think they're entitled to pussy. Exactly. But guess what? guess what? See, T-Nam, there are actually better terms than feminist. So using such a clickbait one, it's just so funny to me. But yeah, there's like a bitterness or a disdain or negative feelings that they tend to harbor towards women once their transactional mentality stops working. And mind you, the Megamind metaphor is that this guy Hal, who became a superhero, right? He watched the good guy, right? So there were three tropes: the bad guy, the bad boy, the good guy, and the nice guy, right? The whole nice guys finished last, and the mentality behind that, the good guy, which was the superhero, is Metro Man. He had superpowers since a kid. He grew up with a wealthy family. He's a very handsome guy, tall guy, perfect. Everybody wants him, adores him. He's the celebrity. He's the perfect man, perfect person. But the good guy was actually a projection of what he thought he needed to be accepted. And it's actually a projection that the role that they made him fall into. So there was actually psychology behind the good guy. And then even the bad boy. She broke all this down, right? Point being, Hal was under the nice guy. Very average, very mediocre, with all these negative mentalities towards the world and towards women, right? And he is average in every way possible. Average in every way possible. Terrible, like, right? Then he gets hit with a random superpower from Megamind. Because Metro Man quit to go be a normal person. He just wanted to be a normal person and live a regular life and just do what he wanted to do for once. Because he never got to be himself authentically. So he quits. So Megamind doesn't have purpose because he was only allowed to be authentic by being a bad guy, so he needs a good guy. Boom. Turns Hal into a superhero by an accident, right? Hal becomes a superhero, so instead of pretending to be a nice guy, he now can allow all his authentic toxicity to show. So now he's like, okay, women love Metro Man. He's the superhero guy. So now I have superheroes. I'm that superhero guy. They must love me too. So now he's acting out that imagery. That's what this scene's about. He's trying to win Roxanne over by saying, okay, I have the looks, I have the status, I have the superpowers. You must love me now, right? Oh, I gotta save you, and after I save you, then you'll fall in love with me now, right? So that's the whole context of this.
These actions and no rewards are coming, which will also feed their sense of entitlement. But what is truly dangerous is that these types of people will focus more on their goals rather than keeping you safe.
Savior, you are lucky to have such a great hero here.
Notice how Roxanne pushed herself away from him to fall to her death. This is an indicator of her desperation to escape the situation. Because Hal has taken away her options, she now has to choose between pleasing him or putting herself in danger. Terrible choice to make. And she prefers to fall to her death. You could argue that she could say stop or put me down, which she eventually does, but this is a good example of what acute stress response is, which is what we understand as fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. She can't properly communicate because she's feeling too many things at once. She's shocked, she's afraid, she's confused. This is a very good way to explain to children what assault feels like. Hal's all comfortable and confident as long as he feels in control. But when Roxanne asserts herself and pushes herself from him, he panics. He never saw it coming that Roxanne would do that. He's unprepared yet again for her rejection. Nice guys often have an issue when other people assert their boundaries. They almost see it like a direct attack. And this shows also how Hal has never changed. Even this titan superhero persona is still a mask he uses to hide the fact that he's terrified of rejection.
Oh, wait, I got you.
Oh my god, this is a disaster!
That's a funny reaction.
You almost died.
Yeah.
Save you.
No, you almost
I guess
killed
I
her.
look like a PNG fake.
Oh my god, poor Roxanne.
Woo! I'm sorry, what were you saying? I couldn't hear you over the sound of me saving your life.
Put me down right now.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Finally. Not there!
Are you crazy?
I suppose I'm a little crazy. What about you?
He keeps failing at acknowledging Roxanne's feelings over and over again because often nice
Definitely
guys
that nice
prioritize
guy.
their own, so they become
Pretends
insensitive.
to be
Also, he
somebody.
responds with flirting to a serious question, like self-centeredness at its finest.
Who are you, really?
Oh, right. Well, prepare to have your mind blown.
Again, putting her in danger.
Ta-da.